have you all come back. I have a renowned filmmaker, he's an actor, screen and script writer, a man of many parts, and then a social critic. Mr. Femi Durojaye here with us on the show. Good afternoon, sir.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming. Wow, we are assured of a heated program today. Anytime Mr. Femi is on the show. All right, also joining us is another one of our esteemed panelists. He's a regular on the show. He's the executive director for Kuth Foundation, an NGO. So he's a social worker and also a social commentator and a counselor as well, Mr. Francis Chilaka. Good afternoon, sir.
Afternoon, thank you.
Thank you indeed for joining us. Also, we have the only clergyman, who joins us to discuss national issues. It's always a pleasure having you here. He is the national leader, Youth Platform Africa, Dr. Olufemi Otusonya. Good afternoon, sir.
Afternoon, ma'am.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to have you. Thank you indeed. All right. You're welcome to viewers to the program. We guarantee you the next 50 or thereabout minutes we'll be discussing issues of national interest. And of course, we're starting with Leah Shaibu, the only Christian girl among the abducted 119 students of Government Girls Secondary School, Dapchi, in Yobe State. She was adopted on the 19th of February this year. Well, she has, in a recent audio tape, asked President Muhammadu Buhari to save her from captivity. An online media, The Cable, obtained her recent picture and audio as proof of her being alive amidst speculations on her fate. Let's take a break to quickly listen to the audio recording of Leah Shaibu.
Ni ce mai suna Leah Shaibu, wanda aka ɗauke ni a GGSTC Dabci. Ina kuka wa gwamnati da kuma jama'a. Ku taimake ni, ku fidda ni a cikin wannan yanayin da nake ciki. Ku taimaki mahaifiyata da mahaifina da ƙanina da 'yan uwana. Ku taimake ni ku fitar da ni a cikin wannan yanayin da nake ciki. Ina roƙon ku ji tausayina. Ina roƙon gwamnati kuma da kanta da shugaban ƙasa ku ji tausayina ku fitar da ni a cikin wannan yanayin da nake ciki. Na gode.
I am Leah Shaibu, the girl that was abducted in GGSS Dapchi. I am calling on the government and people of goodwill to intervene to get me out of my current situation. I also plead to the members of the public to help my mother, my father, my younger brothers and relatives. Kindly help me out of my predicament. I am begging you to treat me with compassion. I am calling on the government, particularly the president, to pity me and get me out of this serious situation. Thank you.
Well, since this audio clip went viral online, the presidency, via its intelligence arm, the DSS, has said it will investigate and analyze the video, after which the government will act accordingly. Meanwhile, the father of the girl, Nathan Shaibu, has been asked to confirm if that is actually the daughter's voice, and he said yes, that's her voice. Meanwhile, in reaction to the people's question on when Leah Shaibu will be released, the special advisor to the president on media and publicity, Mr. Femi Adesina, on a live interview with Channels Television, had this to say. Let's listen to that.
How much longer will she be in the hands of her abductors?
For how much longer? I think that question can only be answered by God. But I believe that God is interested in that young girl and will ensure that she's preserved. At least by the time that clip we had is verified, one will be sure it's her actually. And when that is determined, we should all be glad that she's alive. When will she return? By the grace of God. Government is working on it, working at it, and we believe she will be back.
Well, Mr. Femi Adesina says only God knows when Leah Shaibu will be released. Now, this new development has sparked fresh controversy on social media, and when well-meaning Nigerians have again begun to lend their voices to the Free Leah Shaibu campaign. This is Onyeka Onwenu having her own say.
Anyone watching this in any part of the world, I need you to know that there's a 15-year-old Christian girl named Leah Shaibu. She was abducted by Boko Haram on February 19, 2018, together with many others. They offered her her freedom if she could convert to Islam, but she chose to stay faithful and loyal to her Lord Jesus Christ. I urge you to use every influence, every avenue, every platform, every chance to put pressure on Boko Haram to release Leah Shaibu and every other person, man, woman, child, who is held in captivity. I am begging Boko Haram, please, in the name of all that is good, release Leah Shaibu, release every captive. Let them live. Let Nigeria be at peace. I also call on the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Buhari, to rescue the children of this country from the hands of Boko Haram, to rescue Leah Shaibu and all other Leahs and bring them back home. Mr. President, stop the killing in Nigeria. Mr. President, stop the killing. Stop the killing. Stop the killing. It's enough.
Oh, 802-836-8971 is the number to interact with us on. All right, gentlemen. Leah Shaibu is on the table again. First of all, I'm pleased that she's still alive. I think that is something to be happy about. But then, going forward on this matter, the recent development, Mr. Femi, and how the government is handling this.
First,
what do you have to say?
United Nations said the government of Muhammadu Buhari paid ransom to these kidnappers, to these terrorists. The government is still denying it. The UN has its sources, and they insist that the government paid these terrorists money to free the girls. Muhammadu Buhari's government ought to have said, give me all the girls or nothing. They didn't do that. They left this girl there. Right? And then we have a vice president who does not know why he's in office. Oshibaju does not know why he's in office. Oshibaju does not understand why he's a southerner and a Christian and vice president. He doesn't understand. Whose interest? Oshibaju is nowhere. You might as well put a northerner and a Muslim as vice president. That is the implication. We do not have somebody in government as vice.
You are saying, sorry, yes. I'm interjecting, yes. that him being of the Christian persuasion, yes. there should be a balance. That's what you're saying. Okay, all right, go ahead.
Well, you see, we have forgotten about those girls taken in Borno. What was the name?
Chibok.
The Chibok girls. Chibok is a Christian community. You see, let us speak the truth. Let us just speak the truth. Chibok is mostly a Christian community. They took these girls, right? We have forgotten that these girls are still there. Maybe because they are from the Christian community. Who is the president? Let us start from that. Who is the president vis-a-vis Boko Haram? The president that we have, Muhammadu Buhari, was a keen supporter of Boko Haram.
Mr. Femi, I will put my foot down on making unconfirmed.
Okay,
yes,
okay,
I will put my foot down on that.
Okay,
no.
Let's
stick to the issue.
The issue is this: Muhammadu Buhari did tell the government of Jonathan. We are talking about facts that an attack against Boko Haram was an attack against the North. Is that true?
True.
It is true. Now, Muhammadu Buhari, as president, took sides with a terrorist organization against his own country. Fact. This same Muhammadu Buhari was so into Boko Haram that they appointed him as the negotiator with the Jonathan's government. Is that correct? We are talking about the personnel of the president of Nigeria vis-a-vis Islamic fundamentalism. Muhammadu Buhari is not on fire to release Leah, the Christian, from Boko Haram. She is not on fire. And we have a vice president that has fallen asleep. He doesn't know why he's in office. He doesn't know why he's a Christian and why he's a Southerner as vice president. He doesn't know.
Okay. All right. Mr. Chilaka, let's hear your view.
I wouldn't want to go
that route.
Yes,
Please
I wouldn't want to go that route.
The
reason why I wouldn't want to go that route is that I deal with a lot of young people, and I understand how young people feel, and I understand how young people behave. Ordinarily, it is this issue of Leah is something I've stopped talking about a long time ago. Why? Because when the issue of the first set of girls that were taken by Boko Haram, the Chibok girls, I was in the forefront of one of those. I was in the forefront of those who were agitating for their release. And the question I want to ask before I even say much is: all the agitators have suddenly gone to sleep. Have all the girls been released? No. So that is one. Two, this young lady we're talking about today, it pains me in the sense that we can't make progress if we keep taking religion into this issue. First and foremost, let us leave Christianity, let us leave Islam, and face a common enemy, which is what? Boko Haram. As we talk now, the question I still ask is, which I ask to this government, is that this government has come out to tell us that Boko Haram has been defeated. Now, if Sambisa Forest, which was said to be their stronghold, has been scattered, where on planet Earth are they not taking refuge? So it simply means that there is a big lie somewhere along the line. Somebody is not telling us the gospel truth of what has transpired. So telling me that Boko Haram is still holding this girl hostage. Are they in Nigeria? Are they outside Nigeria? Where is the operational base? What do they want? We've listened to the message. I don't see, I can't even make any correlation in the message. There's no message in that video clip, that voice clip. What do the Boko Haram people want? Have they told government what they want to release the girl? The girl is just, let's assume it is her, let's assume it is her voice. All she's asking is she needs to be brought home. But what are the conditions? Except the government also is not telling us the conditions under which they want to release the girl. So there's a lot of...
well, I don't know that...
But then, before you cut me short. Okay. Now, when the special advisor on media and publicity spoke on channels, honestly, I felt like crying. Because I do not understand. This is the first time I'm hearing a man who has children coming and laying the blames on God. It is not done. That is the height of insensitivity.
Okay. All right. Dr. Otusonya, let's hear your view on this.
The case of Leah Shaibu. Firstly, I just want to make a prophetic statement that God, in His infinite mercy, will bring the girl back home.
Amen.
By the Spirit grace of God.
Amen.
My own view concerning this issue is this. I believe this case has what they call political undertone. People may agree, some people may agree, some people may not agree. There are some people somewhere that doesn't see any good things in this government. And that is why there was a program last week why people called into the program. They said, if you see what the president and his government is doing in the East, we won't blame this government as much that they have not done anything. But because the media men, they are not working. Now, concerning Leah Shaibu, I believe it has a political undertone. That's number one. And the time will come that God is going to reveal the secret of those people behind this. That's number one. Number two, the statement that Mr. Adesina made was totally wrong. Though to some extent, when it comes to religious matter, he believes in God, that God is the only one that can bring the girl back. But what have you done as government? I get to solve this problem. And that is why if you look at this situation, we should be able to understand that these people, they are there, as our guy here has said. He said this additional also has his own children. If one of his children is in that captivity, he can't say such a thing. Because they will have done something better than this to bring the girl back home.
Okay. Now, the capture or kidnap of Leah Shaibu, why people are now looking at it from a religious angle, I think is because when the other girls were released, the reason given for her not being released is because she refused to renounce her faith. So that puts a lot of question marks on. Okay, could it be because she's a Christian? She's a blah blah.
That is why I'm telling you that it has
why people are.
No, sorry, but that is why I want to support what he has said. When you go to negotiate for hostage situation, it's either a deal or no deal. If whoever went to do that negotiation was being sincere, we won't be having this kind of talk today.
See, does the life of a Christian matter to Buhari? Buhari is the chief executive of this country. You understand? You see, people say I criticize Buhari, but I criticize Buhari for a reason. I was one of the first people to join his anti-corruption stance until I discovered that it was a farce, a lie. You understand? I said that we should own it. We should not leave it to Muhammadu Buhari. Until I saw this guy was just joking. He was just playing with everybody. What Leah is saying in that message is clear to me. It's very clear to me. What Leah is saying is that what you did to release the other girls, do it for me. Boko Haram is not a stupid organization. Boko Haram is well run. You understand? What they are telling Buhari is that give us money and we will release, what's it called, Leah. That's what they are saying. The message is very clear. They gave money to release the other hostages, right? Give these people, they are using it as a bait. Come, bring money. There's a channel they use in securing the girls now, Abi. So what they are saying, what Boko Haram is saying, for this girl, give us more money. Okay.
But Mr. Femi, let me ask you a question.
Please ask me.
Concerning the Chibok girls,
yes.
The remaining Chibok girls in the captivity, are they all Christian?
I do not know the breakdown.
Are they all Christian?
What I'm saying is that Chibok is a Christian community.
But they're not all Christians.
See,
we don't want to, let me tell you one thing.
Yes.
Don't let us put religious into this matter.
No. You heard me, Adesina. Excuse me.
I understand.
Excuse me.
Alright,
Wait, I want to say something. I want to say something.
Hold on.
You told us, a government, Muhammad Buhari's government, told us that Boko Haram has been defeated. Right? Fine. Then Fulani X-men under him that have killed more people than Boko Haram. They asked it, when are you going to stop this? He says it's God. God will help us. It flows down. The incompetence flows down from Asoro. You heard Femi Adesina. It's not saying God will help you. God will know when this will happen. The danger is that we are bringing religion to secularity.
In other words, what you're trying to say is that the Nigerian life does not matter.
See.
Because we need to get these things in perspective.
Okay,
it could have been any other. The question I want to ask a question.
Oh, yes.
The question I want to ask is, what is the value placed by this government on the Nigerian life?
We are diluting this issue.
I'm not diluting. No.
There's a Christian girl. Let's go back to the issue.
Mr. Femi.
Wait. There's a Christian girl in captivity. And she says she's not going to renounce her religion. It's a religious matter. You understand? It's a clearly religious matter. So let's talk religion and the person and the personnel of the person who is
But if you're talking about religion,
let me hear you.
If you are talking about religion,
yes,
you don't need to make any allegation against the Mr. President.
Which allegation?
Listen. You should make the allegation against the Boko Haram. Because the
Who is Boko Haram? Now, who is Boko Haram?
So
how do you recognize Boko Haram?
It has a political undertone.
If you don't want me to talk,
okay, let's go on.
Let's go on.
I'm still the moderator of the show, and I
yes.
say I want to hear everybody.
Can you hear me?
So let's talk. No, I can't hear you right now. I can only hear myself. Okay. So let's talk one at a time. And at this juncture, I want to hear what the viewers are saying. Thank you very much. Now, this one says Muhammadu Buhari is a Muslim, so he's not concerned if Leah is set free. He promised us security, but what do we see? Killings, insecurity, and high poverty in the country. This one says people should stop telling Buhari to stop killing. Is Buhari the one killing people? You guys should pray to God to help us fight the fight and stop this religion criticisms. Support Buhari to fight the fight. This other one says, if Mr. Adesina could say it's only God that can determine when Leah will be released, it makes me suspect that this APC government will soon start blaming the angels for kidnapping that innocent girl. Government must learn to take responsibility and act in accordance as the matter requires. Obum from Owerri sent that one in. Okay, this Mrs. Ola, I've seen your message. All right, I'll see what I can do about that. Okay, now, Mr. Drojaye,
yes,
in your first submission,
yes,
you said something about the government haven't negotiated and paid ransom, you know, to release the other girl. Now, I do know that somehow there's an unwritten rule about not negotiating with terrorists and all that. But where lives are concerned, would you rather the government pays ransom to secure lives as against, you know, going with what is morally right? I mean, not discussing with them at all.
It's a catch-22. It's a vicious circle. Life is important. You give them money to release people, and they use the money to do more terror. That's why they are saying, don't even give them money. But you see, the truth is, since they have found their way, you know, maybe Muhammadu Buhari just appeared on the road and Boko Haram got scared and released the girls to him. They are just lying. I believe the United Nations, as against the government of Muhammadu Buhari, they are more truth-telling than Muhammadu Buhari.
All right, now, in the Femi Adesina interview, if you watch the full length of it, is online, by the way, Channels TV, just check it out, you know, if you're interested in that. You'll find there's a part where they talked about this ransom or no ransom thing. And Femi Adesina did say that the Buhari administration from the onset said, I'm quoting Femi Adesina now, that they will do anything it takes, you know, to make sure that the kidnapped girls are released, and anything could comprise paying ransom and all of that. So, I mean, if they went ahead and even paid ransom, I wouldn't fault them anymore. If lives is secured in the process of paying that ransom.
Let me say this. This whole drama would actually end if people in government are being sincere with those they are leading. If the government paid ransom to release some of the girls, there is nothing wrong from government telling the people we paid ransom.
Okay.
You understand?
Okay,
now, the problem is because a lot of kidnaps have happened in Nigeria. People have been released. Each time people are released, the families of those involved will tell you, we didn't pay ransom.
But we all know.
And I begin to ask myself the question, why would somebody go through the pain of kidnapping somebody
and then
releasing the person? So these are intricate issues that need to be, you know, the government should, I had thought that by now, that this government would be open, would be sincere to the citizens. Nigerians came out and forced to vote in 2015 for this government. I worked in Buhari's campaign organization for free on the Victoria Island. Now, and we did all of that because we believed, like he said, in the corruption fight. But I'm telling you, we all seem to have been shot in the leg. Because a lot of people who championed to bring this government to power as ordinary citizens cannot open up their mouth in public to say the same thing again. Because people have lost trust. People feel that this government is not being sincere. People feel that everybody that is corrupt, assumed to be corrupt in Nigeria, or assumed to have a case, the moment you come to APC, you have become a saint. So something is wrong. It's either the president is tired, he should resign or retire, or those around him are taking advantage of his old age.
No, I like to say something. I know Muhammadu Buhari.
He's your brother.
He's a Nigerian.
Personal.
At least he says he's a Nigerian. We don't know whether he's a Nigerian, but he says he's a Nigerian. I know him. You see, what did the Bible tell us to those who are Christians? They said, by their fruits,
You shall know them.
you shall know them. What are the antecedents of Muhammadu Buhari?
Are you not saying that people don't change?
People change.
Are you saying that Buhari could not have changed over time?
But we are seeing whether he has changed. I'm not saying.
But then, no, if you're looking at, no, see,
Gentlemen,
if you are hitting,
hello,
I'm talking.
hold on.
Hold on.
I will not allow us to talk or begin to dissect or analyze the personality of Mr. President. Do you understand?
He's the one that is going to make this.
Hold on. Let's stick to the issue and leave his personality alone, please. The issue on the table is Leah Shaibu crying for help. An innocent girl. By the way, I mean, checking her records, she's a straight A student. She was a straight A student. Brilliant girl, innocent girl, you know, who has been in captivity for about 7 months. 7 months now.
That is what I'm talking about. That is what I'm talking about. I don't want us to lay any allegation on Mr. President.
Okay.
Because what?
Let me talk, sir. Because what have happened now, we are not all happy about.
Can I ask you a question before you go for that?
Where
does the box stop?
No.
Where does the box stop?
No, we are going. There are difference between making an allegation.
No.
And trying
wait. Where does?
I did not support the government when I was talking about Mr. Adesina. I said what he said was totally wrong.
I'm not making allegations against
the
president of this country.
Mr. President is a Boko Haram sponsor.
I never said
so.
No,
You
I
said
he's
so,
a supporter.
and it's not a
Not
supporter.
sponsor,
Okay, supporter. What is the difference between supporter and supporter?
All right,
It's
gentlemen.
different.
Okay, gentlemen, let's look at the feedback platform. This one says there's no need of any debate on this matter. All I know is those who know what to do to release this girl and others and fail to do it will never know peace from their first generation to their fourth, unless they do the right thing. Free the captive. Remember Pharaoh of Egypt. All right, this other one says, if government pays ransom to release other girls, it will be very wrong for the government to announce it to the public, because if they do, they are passing the message to us all to join terrorism. All right, this one says the truth is Christians in the North and Middle Belt are facing what you in other parts do not know. We are killed because of our faith. Ilya sent that one in. Okay. There's so many. Let our government just be sincere for once. If they paid ransom to release all Dapchi girls except Leah, they should do same for her too. Zil Isashi. I hope I got that right. This other one says we should appreciate this government because what others can do in securing some of these Dapchi and Chibok girls they have done. Buhari is not to be blamed, but the Boko Haram. So stop blaming him and stop bringing religious issue.